All right, let me tell you about the story real quick. We're deep into the series. Well, not deep into the series, but we're getting there, and we're getting to the good stuff. This is about the cop that you seen in the body cam who was flipping drug dealers to get to this particular guy because he knew that the guy owned gyms in town and other places, that he had a house on the lake, and all that good stuff. So once he flipped enough people and he did all his research and he added all these jokers to his Facebook account, he started to extort the guy. Motorcycle, loans, all kinds of crazy stuff. Listen, this is only a partial load of the case files. I've requested the full load from the GBI, so hopefully we'll have that soon. Also, there's a request in with Milledgeville Police Department, which is where he was working when he did this. He left Milledgeville for unknown reasons. We're going to get to that later on, hopefully. We'll find some answers on that. But he went to the Jones County Sheriff's Office next. I haven't put any open records in on that agency yet, but I'm going to. So as you can see, this is a far-reaching, spreading case. And there's a lot of material to show you. So let's get into it.
Should have your places on the lake. Have you been drinking? If you would, step out. Is there anything in the car?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is.
You can be honest with me.
No, I'm gonna be.
I want you to be honest. Yeah, be honest with me.
Yeah, there's pins.
There's some pins in there?
Vape pins.
Okay. Is that it? Just some vape pins? How many vape pins?
100.
Right now, dude, you need to be honest. We're friends on Facebook, buddy, and you don't even realize it. Got a large amount of cash.
Huh?
There's a large amount of cash right here. $500.
Pressing 1 now. Collect call to remote.
You sell pins?
No, she has no idea that it was in the car. She really didn't.
Did she see the cocaine tape? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she knew everything that was going on, but really.
Yeah. Does she have any idea you sell pins?
Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying this series so far. There are a lot of videos coming about this particular cop. In this particular incident, he extorted the living crap out of this guy and really got seriously greedy. But anyway, I wanted to explain the difference between these vape pens, because that seems to be a common question. The vape pens found in this trunk are THC 9, federally illegal to possess. Typically can only be bought on the dark web. They're the Kingpin brand, which is a widely known brand on the dark web. The ones you buy in the vape store that are legal are the Delta 8, the THC 8. You can buy them in pretty much any smoke shop, most convenience stores, legal to smoke. But if you buy it, keep your receipt because it smells like the real thing. And some of the effects are almost like the real thing. But those are the differences between the two pens. These pens these fellas have are highly illegal, especially in the volume that he has, which is crazy to be riding around with that much. Alright, thank you for watching. Let's get on back to the series. Peace.
And how many vape pens?
It was right at 100.
100 vape
Yeah,
pens?
100 vape
Nothing was
pens.
in them? Were they empty or they had THC?
No, they had THC in
Okay.
it.
Vape pens. Now,
I guess to my knowledge, it had THC. You know, I mean.
Did somebody?
No.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, you're good.
Did somebody like another snitch burn you, or do you know?
They had basically told on Nico in the back.
Okay, and who is Nico to you?
My wife's little sister's boyfriend. So.
Nico is twice. I got it on. Little sister. So somebody.
So
ordered
basically, what
something.
happened was his friends go to Georgia College. One of his friends got busted with vape pens.
Okay.
And so they ordered the vape pens through Colby. And he was like, "Oh,
is Colby Nico?"
Yeah, that's right. Through Colby and was like, "Oh, do you know where to get them?" And I said, "Here, I can set you up with the guy." So he placed it all. Basically, what it boils down to is Colby didn't have the money. I had the money. And so I fronted him the money to get all the supplies. Didn't want to let all my money ride. So I said, I'll drive. Make sure you don't get robbed. They don't take the product or anything like that. Next thing I know, we're pulling up in Lowe's parking lot, and it's blazing. So,
Now, where did the cocaine come in?
they put the order in through Colby too. So,
For an ounce?
Yeah, and you'll see that through the phones too. They didn't put the order in through me. They put the ounce in through Colby, and
Okay.
so
So when the order came through for the vape pens and the ounce, was all that through Nico?
yeah, they put the entire order in through.
You
Nico.
just drove to
That's
the-
right. I just drove,
Okay.
and I happened to know the people that had the supplies, and I said.
What do you mean had the supplies?
The vape pens, I know the people that had it.
yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't physically go pick it up and all that stuff.
Who got the cocaine?
I just gave the money. He did. He got it all. Yeah,
Okay.
and I drove it all.
Now, when y'all got stopped or arrested, where was the cocaine?
It was in the back. Yeah, he
Back
had
where? Back
with
seat?
Colby. Yeah, in the back seat with Colby.
On his person or in the car?
In his bag. Yeah,
In the back. Okay, and then where were the vape pens?
in the back trunk.
In the trunk. So y'all put the vape pens in the trunk.
That's right, and he was holding the cocaine.
Did you know about either? Now, here's the thing. I know your attorney's here.
Right.
This isn't to
Yeah.
get you caught up in any kind of
Right.
case.
I knew it was all there.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I
That's
knew
what
what you're
wanted.
about to ask me.
That's
yeah.
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are aware that, hey, we're taking an ounce and taking some vape pens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then so Nico had it. You're just
That's
driving.
right,
We're
yeah.
cool. Do y'all normally do that? And I'm just trying to
No, that's my first time ever doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
I get you. Okay, I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Most people say the same thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, so moving ahead.
Yeah.
So you get arrested, wife gets bonded out, you
Right.
get bonded out.
Mm-hmm.
When did Nico get bonded out? Same time
Same
you
day.
did?
Same day I got bonded out. Yeah.
All right, and then y'all go, you're still married.
That's right. Yeah.
Where's Nico? Still around?
He's still around. Yeah, for the most part,
All right. All right, so then he's still around. And when did you
we're
get
not
arrested?
hanging out and all that stuff. If that's what you're
No, I mean,
asking.
he's
Yeah, he's still.
somewhere in
Yeah, he's still.
Georgia.
Yeah, he's in Warner Robins down there.
I'm not worried about Nico. What, when did you get arrested?
The same day as everyone else.
Oh,
The date.
I mean, what-
January 25th.
of this year?
Yeah, it was 4
Oh,
months.
so this is all recent. I thought it was like last fall. January the 25th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get arrested, and then what happens? Like, where do you get in contact with the other, what's going on?
Okay, after I get out of jail, I get out of jail.
Are you told anything before you get out of jail? Like, are the officers, anybody interviewing you and say, hey?
No, I'm not really. No, I don't know anything really. I
Okay.
just bond out, and I actually go off to rehab.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for
Yeah, I went off to rehab.
you. Do you use?
Not anymore.
You did?
Yeah, I was using cocaine.
Okay.
And went off to rehab, and I did the 28-day,
Yeah, good.
outpatient. So
Very good.
it was the 7 hours every single day. It was hell.
Yeah.
And we own a construction company, so I've kept running our business. Yeah, I'm living I actually just got hired on with the base, Warner Robins Air Force Base, on the flight line as scheduler for logistics. Kind of worried about that. So, like anybody else would be.
Okay. Have you already started at the base?
Next week, or the 28th.
Okay.
So 2 weeks.
That's fine.
But
All right, so
That's-
move ahead. How
yeah,
do you
that's
get
it.
in? How do you get to this point today?
okay, so this point
Just kinda walk
today,
me through
so
the
I get out of jail. I was maybe out. Well, when I got out, the cop was there waiting on me. When I got out,
What cop?
Thompson.
The one that arrested
Yep,
you?
the one that arrested me. He's sitting there waiting on me.
What's his first name?
Mike Thompson.
Okay. And I'm asking these like I'm not like being stupid. I'm just asking.
Oh,
This is
okay.
recording it.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's right. So when I get out, Mike Thompson's there waiting on me.
Did you get out on a weekend or a weekday?
Wednesday.
Daytime or
Wednesday
evening?
at night? Yeah.
What time at night? Dark.
6:45, 7
Okay.
o'clock. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that was his normal shift to be there.
He was off. Yeah, he
So
was
he
off.
came to the PD when you got out.
Yeah, he was
Any
up
reason?
there. Not that. No, I didn't know this man from the Man in the Moon. So he was sitting there waiting on me when I got out. And we even thought this was kind of sketchy in itself, anyways. He kept telling us not to get an attorney. So
At
me
the
and-
PD?
at the PD,
So
he
when
was
you
right
bonded
there.
out-
He told my mom, "Do not. You don't have to get an attorney. You don't have to get an attorney." I'm the only one that got arrested that got an attorney because, I mean, the charges aren't
You're still married, right?
Yeah, I'm still married. Yeah.
Your wife didn't get an attorney?
No, I've pretty much just.
Did you take the blame for all the dope?
I pretty much no. I didn't take the blame for all the dope. No.
Okay, I didn't.
I pretty much got the attorney to see how it plays out because these aren't small charges, and so we've kind of somewhat listened to him by not getting the attorney because he kept saying over and over not to get an attorney, but I know to get an attorney. So anyways, after that, he reaches out to me. He asked myself and my father-in-law to meet him at Zaxby's in Gray. He asked us to go down there to meet him in Gray. Basically, it's to, give us the story, hey, everything's going to be okay. You agreed to cooperate, to work with me. Because really at this point, I've never been arrested at all in my entire life.
Right.
And so this is all new to me.
Yeah.
And he's given me the rundown of, this is how it's going to happen. We're going to, set deals up. You're going to go by. Possibly, if you know of anybody, you're going to set them up. Kind of giving us the rundown.
All right, slow down a little bit. Did you go in Zaxby's or y'all sat in the car?
No, we're in Zaxby's eating. Yeah.
So he's fined publicly with somebody who clearly he just arrested.
Yeah, we sat right there in Zaxby's tonight.
Does he talk to anybody while y'all are eating or speak to anybody?
No.
Is he in plain clothes?
He got out of his cop car. Yeah.
What's he got on?
Like, what kind of attire? Was he wearing normal clothes or was he wearing
civilian clothes? Yeah, no police
he's
outfit.
Yeah,
he's driving
car.
he's driving his work car.
Which one? Okay. Was he working for
the black
PD?
one? Milledgeville Police.
He was still working for the police, the Milledgeville PD then, and he drove his work car in civilian clothes.
Yeah.
No gun, no badge.
No.
All right. Stand by.
All right.
What kind of work car does he have?
Just your Milledgeville police car.
Not a black and white. All black?
No, it's black and white. But it says Milledgeville Police on the side.
Oh, it has. Oh, he drives a one with a black bar on it and everything. A lights on? Okay. Okay. How long do y'all eat?
45 minutes. Yeah.
Who pays for the food?
Me and my father-in-law paid for our food. He paid for his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody else was with him?
Just him.
All right.
So we eat, and this is where it all starts. So we didn't catch on to what he was really putting down until hindsight looking back. He, right off the rip, tells us he went and bought his son a shotgun. His wife is mad because he spent all this money on the shotgun before they leave to go on a trip to Vegas.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, my man? Hey, you know the convo that we had earlier?
Yeah.
Alright, I was able to come up with 1,000. Is that good for you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The only other thing is I could come up with more, but the fucking bank's closed. My next thing is if you're meeting me at Ricky's house, cause this is only between me and you. If we're meeting there, then what do you because if he see, let's not meet there. Let's meet. Where can we meet?
I'm sitting here trying to do. My wife's got a PayPal account.
Uh-huh.
I just created one on my phone.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know how does that work?
How about this? I'm a little worried about you using PayPal, and this is the reason why. You're leaving today, right?
Yeah.
Just let me give it to you in cash, because this is the reason why. One, you may not, if you transfer it to your bank account, you may not be able to get it until Monday. Sometimes it takes 3 days. I don't want you to have to worry about, waiting for it to hit your bank account. So, are you coming through Macon on the way to Atlanta?
Yeah.
You got your wife with you, though.
With my wife. See, I was going to say meeting.
How about this?
Meet at the mall or a gas station or something. And I say, hey, let me stop. I got to use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, what will you be driving?
Suburban.
Do you know where the Flash Foods is by my house? Out by the lake? Actually, no. Gray Highway. I'll meet you on Gray Highway. So you don't have to go out of your way, so it all seems like it fits good. Alright, so with that said,
Dude, you could be a business. I mean, no shit, dude. You ought to go back in the business, man.
Nah. You just tell me where to meet you. How about that? Call me later. You tell me where to meet you, and I'll meet you. But hey, you know everything I got riding. So this is strictly between me and you, and it's a friendly loan. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, dude. I mean, because if it gets back, now you know that me and you were actually
I already know. I already know that. I'm the one at risk here, so
it could be bad.
I understand that. So call me in a bit.
I mean, I'm almost tempted to bring this damn, you know, my wife and we might bring this damn shotgun and I'd say, hey, you know, you hold the shotgun until I get back from Vegas.
Whatever you feel comfortable doing, I'm fine with. I got your trust, okay? I trust you, you trust me. But
And I feel the same way with you.
okay, then you just tell me where to meet you. But the reason I'm calling is just to let you know up front. All I got's $1,000.
Man, that's, I mean, that's, Louis, that's, what it is, man, I've got so much stress built up.
Man, you ain't got to tell me. How about this? You don't even have to tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to let loose, dude.
Yeah, you don't even have to tell me.
We may have to fly there and get my ass and bring me back to Georgia.
Hey, I hope you win fucking 10,000 while you're up there. But I hope you win 10,000 while you're up there.
I'll tell you what, I can actually, you got ball practice at 2?
Say that again.
You got practice at 2?
Yeah, I got to go to a T-ball practice at 2. Hey, shoot up there. I'll be at Western Little League.
Well, I'll tell you what, I could probably be at the damn Walmart in about 30 minutes.
Which Walmart?
On Gray Highway.
All right, I'll meet you there in 30 minutes.
All right, man.
Sounds good. See you, bud.
And we didn't think anything about it, you know, and it was left at that. And maybe just a couple hours later after us leaving, he was like, man, you know, you think you could help me out by, and I record the conversation because it caught me off guard. I know it's not supposed to happen, you know. He was like, you think you can help me out a little bit and give me a loan? I'm leaving to go to Vegas. And I said, let me see what I can get together. And so I got money together. And
How much money did he want?
he wanted $2,000, but I didn't have $2,000 on me.
So that occurred about a couple of hours after y'all left Zaxby's? What time in the day did y'all meet at Zaxby's? Lunch, supper?
Yeah, 2 o'clock maybe. Yeah, 2 o'clock. And you know what? I'm wrong on that. I'm wrong. I didn't give him the money until the next day because we met on a Friday.
At Zaxby's?
Yeah, we met on a Friday. So he called me that Friday night and asked me for the money, if I could give him a loan. And I was like, let me see what I can come up with. And then I called him the next day and I said, hey, you remember that conversation we had? Because he kept blowing me up. And I said, hey, you remember the conversation we had? I might can help you out. And so, because at this point, he's like, I'm really going to work hard for you. I'm working hard for you. I'm talking to everybody that I can talk to. At this point, he's telling me, you only got 5 years probation. That's going to be it. And so, at this point, I'm like anybody else. I'm like, well, you're telling me you're helping me out. You're asking me for a loan. And I say, I'll give you a loan. And I distinctly say, listen, man, I'm not bribing you one bit. Here's your loan. And so I gave him a loan.
So you see recorded the conversation when he called and asked for it, or what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you met him the next day?
Yep, met him the next day. That
Where did
Saturday.
you meet him?
Met him across from Walmart on Gray Highway.
Across from Walmart?
Yeah, you know where the gas station is. If you're going down Gray Highway, it's that gas station right there. It's a rundown shopping
right
center.
there?
Yeah, Murphy's. Yeah, right there, right behind there.
Behind Murphy's?
I mean, in that little parking lot right there. I mean,
You didn't pull up in the gas station. You pulled behind it?
no, I pulled right through where the pumps are and everything else.
What were you
And
driving?
then, a 7 Series BMW,
What color?
white. And it was my father-in-law's because my car was impounded, so he loaned me a car.
When did you get your stuff back? Did he seize all your stuff? Or
Yeah,
what?
he seized my car and everything.
What do you mean everything?
Well, my car, like
Phones?
my phones, my car,
When did you get that stuff
everything
back?
that was in my car.
Did you get your phones and stuff back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he do anything with the phones?
No, Not that I know of.
Did he ever tell you to try to do somebody or work or?
Yeah, I mean, like call other people? No, he never did any of that stuff. He kept telling me that he had it taken care of, that he had cases and he was just going to put my name on it. So, and I have that in text messages too.
Oh, so he was just going to put your name on cases where he made other drug cases?
Yeah, that's pretty much what he was saying.
Do you know what cases he was going to put your name on?
Yeah, I already know the cases, yeah.
Tell me.
There's a pharmacist that lives right around the corner from me that he says, you want me to pull my phone out? I got the name.
Oh, yeah, please.
Because I looked it up because it was the most... I never did pills. I didn't deal with people that did pills, so it was bizarre to me. His name is Brian Jones.
Is this guy?
That's him right there. He works at the Coliseum Hospital. And he said he was actually going to brief me tomorrow on all the details.
So, hold on just a second. So Brian Jones is a pharmacist that lived next to who?
Right around the corner of the lake from me. That he's been
what
doing.
lake do you live at?
Lake Tobosoffke.
Okay, Macon.
Mm-hmm.
Across 475?
Yeah.
Brian Jones works Coliseum.
Works at the Coliseum. He said that he was putting my name on it. He was going to brief me.
He said he was doing pills?
Yeah, he said he was
Has this guy ever been arrested?
I don't even know who the guy is.
Lori, the Jones County Sheriff's Office arrested Brian Jones of Bibb County after a 4-month-long investigation involving hundreds of doses of prescription pills and thousands of dollars.
Ranging from Adderall to Percocet to Suboxone.
Hall says Jones had $5,000 when he was arrested in Jones County and was an employee at Coliseum Park Pharmacy.
It's a good possibility, yeah, that he was getting them from work. It's a good possibility, yeah, that he was getting them from work.
Did he send you the picture of that?
No, I looked him up. He told me the name, so I looked him up because I was like
Did you text him and say, hey, is this the dude?
No, he called me. I looked it up while he was talking to me on the phone saying, this is what I'm going to do. Put your name on it.
What kind of pills did he say he was selling?
He didn't say what kind of pills, so.
Okay. All right, and then what else?
There was another case that was going on. He said that he was doing a deal that was, it was either 14 or 15 kilos of meth. Well, he said he was putting my name on that too.
Who did he say he's 14 or 15 kilos? I mean, we would know.
Not that I know. Yeah, you'd know that probably.
Oh, say that Georgia would know if they said it's 14 or 15 kilos.
And I'm in my head thinking.
Did he tell you who that was?
He didn't say who it was either, though. He didn't say that. And I distinctly said to him, I said, it doesn't make sense to, I've never even seen meth in my life, though. I really haven't. And so it doesn't even make sense for me to know somebody that has 14 kilos of meth.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just
it's not
dumb.
common. Yes. I got a personal question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a personal question? All right. Are you a meth cocaine person, or not a meth? You're just
I've
a
only
cocaine
done 2
person?
drugs, cocaine and weed.
Okay, there you go. So you don't even do crack. You do powder.
Not anymore, but yeah, I did.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
cocaine is all I did.
But anything, if he put your name on anything else, you would not have any knowledge.
Nah, you could put any kind of pill out there you wanted to, and
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, it all came from partying in college and then partying with friends. I mean, that's what the extent of it was.
All right. So you go. I'm jumping around.
Yeah,
you go behind the Murphy's gas station. Meet him.
Okay, yeah. So we pull behind Murphy's gas station. He's in his cop car again. I know distinctly what he's wearing this time because
What cop car is he in?
the same one he's always in.
Well, only reason I keep asking is because he went for Milledgeville PD, but now he's working for Jones County SA.
Yeah, and I can tell you all about that too when we get there.
We'll get there in a minute.
He's in his Milledgeville cop car. He gets out. He has a red Georgia sweatshirt hoodie on, jeans, civilian clothes.
Red. Hold on. UGA sweatshirt.
Hoodie? Yeah. No. It wasn't. It was a Jones County pullover. Jones County purple.
Greyhounds.
Pullover is what it was, not Georgia pullover.
Did he get out of the car?
Yeah, he got out of the car and got in my car.
Okay. What was he driving? Oh, it was a police car.
He was driving the police car. Yep, driving the police car. And this was what caught me off guard again. He jumps in my car. He distinctly said to me, because he shook my hand, and it's kind of like now, my hands are sweaty now. And he said, "Oh, you don't have to be nervous around me." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I got a lot going against me right now." I said, "Anybody in the right mind would be nervous right now." And so he's like, "No, we got to get to know each other. If you're working with me, I got to have your trust." So we sat there and talked, and we kept talking, and we maybe talked 15 minutes. And he said, "All right, well, cool. I just wanted to see if I had your trust." And
had you already given him the money?
No, this is what was weird.
All right, that's okay.
He got out of my car and had the door open, and he's standing with his hand on the door like this, and kind of leaned in, just talking to me like this, because I'm over here, and he's just talking to me. And I was just dumbfounded because I had the money sitting right there. And he was like, "All right, cool. I was just seeing if I could get your trust." And I said, "All right, that's cool." And I didn't say, "Here's the money" or anything like that.
How much money did you have?
It was $1,000 sitting right there.
So you didn't give him $2?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It was $1,000 sitting right there. And
what denominations?
All 100s. I took pictures of it too, though. He said, "No, man, I'm just kidding with you." He grabbed the money, shut the door, and left. And that was that. So
back at one time. He's holding the door, and he says what?
Holding the door, and he said, "All right, man, I was just making sure I had your trust." And then he's just sitting there, and it got quiet, and he said, "No, I'm just messing with you, man." And he grabbed the money, shut the door, and left.
Okay. So he leaves.
He leaves.
Nobody was in the cop car with him?
He was by himself. Time passes.
Who came up with the location to meet?
Okay. At first, we were going back and forth on the locations. At first, it was going to be on my side of town, near my house, Flash Foods. And then
Flash Foods out
by Lake Tobosoffke, Mosley Dixon right there. And then that didn't make sense because he had his wife with him, or he was going to have his wife with him. That would have been suspicious, he said, because he was leaving to go to the airport to go straight to Vegas. And then he wanted to come out to my family's farm, and I said hell no to that, because
your wife's family or your family?
My wife's family. Okay. Come out to my wife's family's farm. I said that doesn't make sense because you don't want my father-in-law knowing about all that. He's going to be there. So then it went from there to I was going to be at Western Little League because I had my nephew's baseball game. And then it changed to Walmart. And then on the way to Walmart, it was set in stone at Walmart on Gray Highway. While I was there, he changed the location to Murphy's gas station. And that's how we ended up at Murphy's gas station.
What number does he call you on?
This number here.
No, what number is he calling you from? Did he give you? Does he have a work number, or is he calling you on a personal number?
I don't know if it's a work or not.
Does he text you and call you, or just he does both? Okay.
Let's see. 478.
Yep. Okay. And then so
there it is right there.
Can you scroll? Oh crap! Please don't let me call him. Okay, so when you click on that, you can't see like all the calls. Some phones will show like every call he's called.
Oh my God! Yesterday he called me like 7 times, blowing me up. But we'll get on to that too because it's weird.
Okay.
So he goes to Vegas. He called me like once or twice, I think, while he was out there. This was 4 months ago, so he called me like once or twice. Hey, just checking in, this, that, and the other. Well, he gets back. Everything's going. Life's normal, and then I'm just trying to think. He called me one day. He said, "Hey, I need for you to sign up to be an informant." I did all that.
You did?
Yeah, I did that.
With who?
There at the Ingalls.
What was the paperwork like?
Just a form with my
Does it have Jones
name.
County Sheriff's Office on it, or does it have Milledgeville PD?
No, Jones County.
It did have Jones County.
It was Jones County. Had to give my license number and all that stuff on there. And then what else is? He called me one day. He said, "Hey, can you help me out?" Well, backtrack. You can see in my phone once, twice a week. I'm like, "Hey, do you need help with anything?"
You still have all those messages?
Yeah, I still have it. You can see where I'm texting him saying, "Hey, do you need any help with anything?" Because my freedom's riding on this, so I'm staying on top of this, saying, "Do you need help? Is there anything you need for me to do? Let me know." Mm-hmm. No, I got you covered. You're covered. So then time passes. We're fast.
Let me pause you for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When you get out of jail at PD, I'm trying to get a time frame. You get out of jail, he meets you. How long do y'all talk that night? Does he go through all kind of stuff, or it's like, hey man, call me?
The same night I got out of jail?
When he met you at 6:45?
20 minutes, and he even, my parents were there, so, you know.
And what's he saying then?
He even told my mom straight to her face, and my dad was almost like, are you crazy? He even told my parents right there, no need to get
Who
an
are your
attorney.
parents?
Deborah Harrison and Wendy Harrison. Yeah, my dad's his girl name. But yeah, Deborah Harrison and Wendy Harrison.
You had me thinking for a minute. It was going through my head.
Yeah.
Wendy's your dad? Okay, Harrison. And you're from where?
I'm from Macon.
Macon, okay. Cool. Okay, cool. All right, and then, all right, so from then to you met at Zaxby's, how long is that? Like, is it weeks or days? Or
days. I mean, we're talking... Well, I got out on a Wednesday. I was sitting with him on Friday eating, gave him the loan on Saturday.
Oh, it was all right then?
Yeah, that quick. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. You met him on a Wednesday.
I got out on a Wednesday, ate lunch with him on a Friday, gave him the money on a Saturday. Then he went to Vegas.
Okay. Okay, and then from there until he starts telling you, you know, hey, I got you covered. When do y'all meet at Murphy's? What's the...
To give the money?
Oh, that was on
that Saturday.
Right. So
yeah.
You moved...
That was right before 2 o'clock because I was a little late for the baseball game.
Okay. And then so you go, and then you start talking, hey...
Yep. We sit there, just talk, called me out on being nervous, called me out on sweaty hands.
Yeah, but I mean after the meeting then.
Okay, after the meeting then he goes to Vegas. So he's in Vegas for, I think it's a week. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's in Vegas for a week. And we periodically keep touching base. Oh yeah, and I got it in the phone too, where he texted me wanting to go out and have drinks. I had to repeatedly tell him, look, I just got out of rehab. I'm not going out having drinks or anything like that, because he wanted to keep going out to Fish and Pig and getting drinks and stuff.
With you?
So, yeah. He just texted me last week wanting to go out Friday night.
Did you ever go to Fish and Pig with him and have drinks?
No, you can see where I made up BS excuses. My truck broke down. I lied. I mean, but yeah, I said my truck broke down one time. I straight up told him I just got out of rehab. I can't be in that environment.
What did he say about that?
Nothing, kind of just laughs it off.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
Okay.
he still asks to go out. Still, just asked me this Friday to go out for drinks and
coming up this Friday.
Yeah, this past Friday.
Okay.
That's when I said my truck broke down. My truck really didn't break down. I'm just trying not to hang out. But before all that, so a bunch of time had passed. I'd say a month maybe, because about a month had passed. He called me up and said, "Hey, I need a favor out of you." And he said, "Do you mind calling my wife and telling her that?" And he sent me a text message of the whole transcript, what to say. He wanted me to change my name to Ryan. He said, "Hey, this is Ryan," and I believe it was called CNC Cycles. I wanted to let you know that your motorcycles are unsalvageable, and that an engine's blown in one. It's all right here, though, but he has a transcript. I called. He has me leave that on her voicemail. Come to find out what he had really done, and he told me what he had done is he got his little boy's motorcycles, and he sold them. But he wanted me to call and tell the wife that...
Does he have a gambling problem? What's wrong with him?
You know, I really don't know. I've never hung out with him. He's constantly asking me to hang out with him, but I don't know him from a personal standpoint.
I know, but from your experience dealing with him, what do you think he's doing with his money?
Me personally, I'd say he has a drinking problem, because he's always talking about drinking.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's his way where he thinks he can relate to me, because he's always talking about, hey, let's meet up at a bar and have some drinks.
Does he ever talk about dope with you?
Only time he said something like that is in the recording where he says, "Man, you should really think about getting into the business," and you'll hear me say, "No, I don't think so." So
how long ago was that that he told you?
I guess that was that Saturday when I gave him the money. I recorded all of it.
Okay.
Because I wanted to cover myself.
I know. Yeah.
That was the whole reason of me recording, is to cover my tracks, because
that's legal.
I thought that he was trying to... I didn't know. This is all new to me. You know what I mean?
Totally fine.
But up until that, then that led to me calling his wife. He ended up telling me
You called his wife?
Yeah, he had me call his wife and I left a voice message on her phone. And I said, hey, this is Ryan with CNC Cycles. Mike wanted me to give you a call, letting you know that the engine is unrepairable. And it had a whole list of stuff that he wanted me to tell her. So I told her that.
And did she ever call you back?
No, she never called me back. And now the new thing is he's trying to hit us up for $7,500 now.
Hit you up for $7,000?
Currently, yep. Well, he keeps asking me to talk to my father-in-law to get $7,500.
Does he think your father-in-law has $7,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's wealthy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
So he keeps telling me, hey, get me a loan. There's a motorcycle that I want to buy. So then he sends me another transcript now to a guy in Edenton that owns a motorcycle shop, and he sends me the transcript. Hey, and he wants me to tell him my real name now, and he's like, hey, this is Jonathan. I'm buying the motorcycle for Mike, and I'm going to have the money to you. It was this past Saturday. Well, this past Saturday came about, and I was like, well, Mike, I'm pretty much at the mercy of you, so the guy's blowing me up. What do you want me to tell him? And so then he sent me a message back saying, tell him that you had to pick your mom up from the airport, that you're not getting back in town until late, keep pushing him off. Well, now the guy's called me today again and texted
Which guy, the Edenton guy?
Yeah.
And tell me the contact of the Edenton guy. Are you supposed to act like you're buying the motorcycle from the Edenton guy?
Mike's telling him that I'm giving him the money and I'm purchasing it for Mike, which is, I'm not doing that.
No, that's $7,500?
Yeah.
Is that what the $7,500 is supposed to go to?
Yeah. And
do you even know what kind of bike it is?
Yeah, he sent me pictures of it, and I even said in the text message.
So basically, he's wanting you to buy him a motorcycle.
That's what. It's right here. I said in my own words. I said, "Man, this sure is a nice bike. That's not even going to be mine."
Who has the bike?
Said, I got it right here.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
All right.
That's
706 here. There's the whole conversation.
I want to see the. And what's he going to do with that? Is that 459? But you don't have an address of where to go buy the bike?
Mm-mm.
You don't know who has the bike?
Let me see this guy here. That's not.
Okay, cool.
And you can see in.
But in the bike part, and that's all recent, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can just see where he just texted me today saying, Mike said that you were going to call me.
The guy said, okay, yeah. But are you supposed to give the money to Mike, or Mike's want you to give the money to him?
Well, I mean, I kind of haven't really gotten that far.
That's fine.
We haven't really gotten that far. But Mike is expecting me to give him $7,500 to go buy the bike. He's really wanting me to get the money from my father-in-law, and then me giving him a loan for the bike. So, and he's saying that.
I'm just thinking he had to tell this guy your number and say, "Hey, this guy."
Oh yeah. And you can see the text messages between us, right here. He sends a transcript of everything to say.
Do you mind if I take a couple of photos of that? Do you care?
Good. Yeah.
You sure?
Here, it's all
we'll look at it. We'll go through a lot of stuff, but I don't want to. I could dump your phone, but I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to do all that. I just want a couple of things to get.
You know who that guy is?
We're gonna find out.
No. It says his name.
It does?
Yeah, in the text messages between us.
Roofing company.
No,
Nick
that's
Compton?
where. No, that's a whole nother story where he's trying to get me to roll on people that his wife doesn't like, and that's all in messages too.
All right, there you go. Tell me about that.
Okay. So there's a guy named Rick Compton that Mike Thompson's wife supposedly does not like. And he wants me to, the only way I can think about it is planting something on him, because the guy really is not a dealer. At least to my knowledge, he's not. And
what does he say he's wanting you to buy?
He keeps saying that he wants to get something on Rick Compton. He's like, man, you got to get something on him. You got to get something on him. And he just keeps going on and on. And
why doesn't his wife like him?
Me personally, I haven't heard anything. This is my own personal thought.
Okay, that's fine.
Rick Compton is a ladies' man. you know, he is single.
Where's he from?
He lives in Macon, but originally he's from Jones County.
Okay.
And
if I take a couple of these, I'm going back.
If I had to guess, I'm thinking that his wife and Rick had probably relations. I mean, because his hatred for this dude is something serious. I mean, and he keeps saying, and you can see he texted me today saying, you know, do you have anything on him? No, I don't.
Well, now here's the thing though: is he going to try to say that he was trying to get you to work to do something to go buy from him? Is he going to turn that?
But he doesn't sell. I mean, I don't know how he wants me to get anything from him.
Is he asking you about anybody else?
Nah, he honestly has not had me do any work whatsoever.
So you haven't bought anything for him?
I haven't done a dang thing.
Other than giving him $1,000.
Yeah, I'm just being 100% truthful.
I got you.
I haven't done. I've done zero work.
So moving forward, so you're supposed to get the bike. We're up to this week.
I'm supposed to get the bike for him, and that's kind of where we stand at now. But I honestly think that
you did talk about him tampering with the evidence, though.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Tell me
So, he said this multiple times, and I'm waiting, and it's my luck right now. So we recorded this conversation too.
When you say we, who? Who
me
else
and my
knows
wife.
this?
My wife.
So your wife knows this?
We're sitting in the kitchen because he keeps going on and on about how the cocaine's coming up short. So I said, let's record this conversation here.
He's saying the cocaine has already come up short?
That it's going to come up short.
Going to, okay.
He said it's going to come up short, and we recorded it with him saying that there's possibly still some on his floor. And he said that he dumped some of the cocaine out.
On his floor where?
In his office, is what he's saying. He said that, but he's saying it in a jokingly manner, saying, it could be still on my floor, you know, because I helped you out and dumped some out. Well, he keeps saying that he dumped some out, some of the cocaine out. Well, I recorded it, so.
What, is he joking like, hey, you know, I'm working this off, I dumped some out, you know, like.
No, he's at this point, like when he's even told my father-in-law.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. No,
like, hey man, I'm helping you. I dumped some out. I took a half ounce off.
No, he's saying that he has made it where it's going to come up less than an ounce if it was already not an ounce. So if it was more than an ounce, he made it to where it is less than an ounce. I mean, he has said it multiple times where he has dumped some out.
Sure.
And it's, I mean, we.
Does he only communicate with you through text? Does he ever do Facebook or anything like that?
Not Facebook. No.
Any
Just
Instagram?
Phone. He'll call me. No, I don't have Instagram.
Call and
text. That's it.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when's the last time you've talked to him? So we've stuck on the motorcycle. That's what's pending.
Yep.
And then he called you today. And what today did he talk about? Did you answer it?
Yeah, I did.
What time did he call you?
I answer every single time because I don't want him thinking, you know.
That's fine.
So I answer every single time because he does hold, you know, my fate pretty much, because he could come back and say, hey, he didn't do jack squat for me, and so I don't want to piss him off. You know what I mean? So
I'll address that in a second. But yes.
Yeah. So anyways, he called me today, and you can see it in my phone too with the text. Hey, about the motorcycle. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to be calling that guy.
When's he wanting you to go get it?
It was this weekend, and now he's wanting me to push him off until Friday. So
push the eating guy off till Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I have no idea.
I mean, is he going to take it home to his wife? And what's he going to...
I really don't know. I'll tell you what. I already know what's going to happen.
Tell me.
He's going to write me another script. He comes up with lie after lie after lie. So basically, he'll get me to call and say, "Hey, call my wife and say this," or "Hey, call this person and say this." I'm about 100% sure that he'll say, "Call my wife and make up something like you're somebody." I already know that. So this guy, you can read like the back of your hand. You already know that something's coming before he even asks you. So
you're funny. Okay, so a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
So you have never done any work for him, any buys, nothing,
nothing.
No credit. Okay.
Nothing.
When it came to Carl, you know, coming up with the plea and all that stuff, and I guess Carl started asking how we're going to get, and then that's when you came forward and said, "Look, I've never done anything with this dude," because he obviously represents you as your attorney.
Yeah.
So you're going to be honest with your attorney.
Yeah.
So what do you got, Truby?
Well,
Any questions or anything?
sure, but yeah, I was going to let you go with what you have going.
I think that's all for right now.
We wanted to make sure that if we didn't want to foreclose anything.
Right, that's correct.
Did I tell you not to talk with him? I just said just
That's
keep
fine.
on doing it. Right?
Yeah. Well, I'm no dummy either. I mean, I'm pretty much sure that if there's a big case, and let's just use the meth for example, I'm pretty sure that if my name's put on that, you're going to put me on a witness stand and say, all right, tell us what you did, or, did you buy here, did you do that? And I'm not getting arrested for lying.
You started earlier on, you were talking about the PD or something about, you said, we'll get to that in a minute. It had to do with PD.
How did he move from PD to Jones? Do you know that situation?
That's what you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. All right, so he said that him and Dre Swikert got into a verbal altercation, and that he was really pissed off because Dre wouldn't let him work out his 2-week notice, because Mike ended up putting a 2-week notice in, he said, and he was pissed off because he wouldn't let him work the 2-week notice. That's also on the same recording that I have of just totally bashing him, telling how dirty Dre is too.
What's he saying about Dre?
That, Dre is well aware of stuff that comes in the town. He's basically just throwing him under the bus, saying that
Did he ever try to get you to do Dre or anything?
He didn't try to get me to
Never
do
said anything about that. Okay.
But, yeah.
But what was the reason for him leaving? Or did he ever tell you?
No, I don't think he told me.
But he just talked about...
Yeah.
He didn't let him do his 2 weeks notice?
Yeah, he was pissed off because he didn't let him do his 2 weeks notice, and that he was going to Jones County. And that was another thing where I was like, well, how the hell am I supposed to get work done? That's, trying to tie it all together. How am I supposed to get work done with him? But if my charges were in Baldwin County and stuff like that, so I was already weary of...
Well, it's like you doing this guy who's... lives over there in your neighborhood. What does that?
Yeah, and I've already asked questions about that too. I was like,
normally if we're working in a format, and we can do it even in Atlanta, whatever. But normally it's the credit for the county. Hey.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too.
And it doesn't have to be that way. I'm not saying that is or isn't, but it's just sometimes. But now,
did he ever sign you up as a CI when he was at the Milledgeville Police Department?
It was only Jones County.
So you never filled out any paperwork for CI work at the Milledgeville Police Department?
Only Jones County.
When you signed up with the Jones County thing, was he in the Jones County patrol car and stuff like that? Or?
No, he was in a, I believe it was like a Ford Escape, like a little smaller SUV. But it did have a Rayburn County tag on it.
Where were you?
At Ingalls. And
he met you in a Ford Escape?
Mm-hmm.
What was he wearing?
Normal clothes.
What, Rayburn County tag?
And it had a Rayburn County tag.
What color was the Ford Escape?
White.
Did he say whose car that was?
Yeah, it was like their little undercover car.
And had Rayburn County tag?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. Everybody from Jones County is going to like that's undercover.
The only reason it called an eye to me is because that's where my grandma's from. So when I drove by...
he was in plain clothes?
Yeah, he was in plain clothes with another, which was another guy in plain clothes, saying it was an officer too. But I didn't know.
What did he look like? White male, black male?
Yeah, he's white. And I'm not trying to be funny. He had a big old head.
Big head?
Yeah, big head. Had a beard.
What color is hair?
Like a lightish, like in between a dirty blonde and a brown.
Did he have hair or low cut?
It was kind of low cut, kind of about that high off his head.
Like police cuts?
Yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, about like thinner on top though, yeah.
I got you. Cool, okay. Light, big head, white male. Okay. Did the guy in the back or the other guy say anything?
That guy was driving. Mike was actually the passenger.
Did he ever ask you any questions or talk?
Not a dang thing.
No.
Just gave you the paperwork?
Just gave me the paperwork, handed it from one car to another. I filled it out right there in my work truck.
Did they take your picture?
No, they didn't take my picture.
Have they ever paid you for working?
Nope.
Have they ever given you money? Well, you're working off charges. So,
yeah,
okay.
No. I gave them my license, though.
Yeah.
They did write down information off my license, though.
But have you ever done any kind of work since he's been at Jones County, have you ever done any kind of work for him as far as?
I've done zero work.
I mean, like, have you given him names of, hey, I know this person's selling this or moving this or nothing?
Nothing. I've done nothing. And you can, like I said, you can look in my phone, and I'm constantly every week saying, what do you need for me to do? What do you need for me to do? He did have one thing that he brought up. He's always constantly bringing stuff up. Hey, I'm going to get you to do this, and then when it comes time to do something.
Like what? What would he call?
Okay, for example, in Haddock right now, that gas station next to the post office, he was going to have me go over there and buy, because when I met them, I was in my work truck, and he said, man, this would be perfect for you to go over there and buy him. Because we got a construction company, so we're pulling a trailer. And he said, pull up, buy, that's all I need for you to do it a couple times for me. Well, I follow up with him saying, hey, do you want me to do that? And I'm even in my phone saying, hey, we're actually in Jones County doing some work today. Do you want me to do it? He doesn't want me to do it.
What's his reason of why not?
He kind of blows it off, and you can read it too.
Is it like, I'm busy, I'm working, or is it like, hey man, don't worry about it?
Don't worry about it kind of thing is what it's saying. And that's the only thing that he's even kind of really remotely brought up is he says that they sell right there at the gas station in Haddock, just to go over there and buy, and that was it.
So how much money have you given Mike as of right now?
Only $1,000.
Okay. Are you?
He ordered an out shell.
Okay. And how many vape pens?
It was right at 100.
100 vape pens?
Yeah, 100 vape
Nothing
pens.
was in them? Were they empty or they had THC?
No, they had THC in it.
Right, he's on his way. Supposed to meet at Walmart. Huh? Yeah, Walmart. 5 kilos of cocaine powder. I went through his phone when I get the search warrant because it was unlocked. Just to see what I was dealing with before I got a search warrant. See if it's worth getting a search warrant. Buffalo's got double bags of money in his house. Fucking, I mean, he took the order that he packaged up today and brought to me. We got pictures of that with a double bag full of damn money. But I locked him and his wife up. His wife's here too. Yep. She's fine as fuck. Pull him up on Facebook. Jonathan Harrison. The car's paid for. Mercedes paid for 2013. Yeah. I told him, I said, you ain't getting your car back. You ain't getting your cash back. He said, man, I ain't worried about that fucking car. I ain't worried about that cash. I just want my ass out of jail. But you're right, man. I was just overthinking that shit earlier today. Yeah. Just overthinking it. A little stack of money come in handy, yo.